21st Precinct, Sergeant Burns. Well, who shot? Where is this? Now, wait a minute. Don't talk so fast. That's 3422. Is that right? And the rest of them? Yeah? Well, who shot him?
You're in the muster room at the 21st Precinct, the nerve center. A call is coming through. You will follow the action taken pursuant to that call from this minute until the final report is written in the 124 room at the 21st Precinct.
All right, I'll send the officers right up there. Yeah, right away. You just wait there. Show them where it is. Yeah, just wait there. Okay.
21st Precinct. Just lines on a map of the city of New York. Most of the 173,000 people wedged into the 9/10 of a square mile between Fifth Avenue and the East River wouldn't know if you asked them that they lived or worked in the 21st. Whether they know it or not, the security of their homes, their persons, and their property is the job of the men of the 21st Precinct.
The 21st, 160 patrolmen, 11 sergeants, and 4 lieutenants of whom I'm the boss. My name is Kennelly, Frank Kennelly. I'm captain in command of the 21st. I was working my night tour, 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. It had been raining hard when I came on the job, and it continued to rain through the night. After I turned out the 12 to 8 platoon at midnight, I went on patrol of the precinct in sector car number 3. It was another quiet tour. The rain helps policemen as well as farmers. It keeps troublemakers off the street. At 2:25, I returned to the station house where I signed reports and communications and caught up generally with the voluminous paperwork that plagues commanding officers. A meeting of all precinct, division, and borough commanders had been called by the police commissioner for 9 a.m. in the lineup room at police headquarters, 240 Center Street. In order to get some rest, at 3:40 a.m., I lay on the couch in my office with instructions to Lieutenant Gorman, the desk officer, that I be awakened in time to turn out the platoon for the day tour.
Captain. Excuse me, Captain.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain.
Yeah, what is it?
We got a homicide.
No? Where?
3422 Lexington Avenue at the restaurant. Pastry chef. You know, the baker. He was shot twice.
Is there a car on the way?
Yes, sir. I put out a radio call for a car. He'll be here for you any minute.
What time is it?
It's 5:25.
What was it, robbery?
Well,
Is it still raining, Sergeant?
yes, sir. You better take your raincoat. The information we got so far is that the pastry chef comes to work at midnight.
Uh-huh.
The restaurant closes at 1 in the morning. But the pastry chef works all night in the kitchen, baking. The kitchen help starts coming in a little after 5.
Go ahead, Sergeant.
That's it. And the first one there went in the kitchen door, found the baker on the floor. The place was a wreck. Call went direct to CB. But when the sector men got on the job and saw what they had, they rang in here.
Gorman, desk officer.
They said it looked like a robbery.
We've got a homicide.
The car will be here right away, Captain. I better get back on the
3422
switchboard.
Lexington
All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's right. Okay. The detectives are there, yeah. You're welcome. I know it was too quiet at school, Captain.
Yeah, have you got your notifications all made, Lieutenant?
That was the medical examiner's office. I've notified the detectives, the division, the homicide squad. I just got the DA's office, lad. Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Will you get me the DA's office in here?
Yes, sir.
What detectives went, Red?
Italian Howard.
Hello, CB. This is Sergeant Burns at 21st.
What about Lieutenant King?
They told him at home. He's on his way.
He was around here until 2 o'clock. Probably didn't even get the bed warm.
There's one cure for that, Captain. Have his phone taken out.
In a few minutes, sector car number 2 came by the station house to drive me to 3422 Lexington Avenue, the scene of the homicide. It was still raining hard when we pulled up to the place. The front of the restaurant, a large and popular place, was still dark. The flashlights of cops inside could be seen poking around in the empty dining room. I instructed the operator of the car, Patrolman Coley, to pull around to the kitchen entrance on the side street. Parked there were 2 sector cars, the patrol sergeant's car, the detective's car, and an ambulance. I got out of the car and crossed the sidewalk to the kitchen door where a patrolman had been posted by Sergeant Waters to keep out unauthorized persons. The patrolman saluted me as I approached and opened the door. Thank you, Marshal. Sergeant?
Oh, Captain.
What do we got?
Want to take a look?
Yeah.
Carl, tell the press.
Looks like robbery. Fellow was in here alone. Uh-huh. That's just the way he was found. See? One shot got him in the shoulder, the other one in the forehead. Name is Eugene Francis Tarpon. Resides at 2119 Mill Avenue in the Bronx. 31 years old. He's a baker here. Comes to work at midnight.
He's here all alone after the place closed at 1 a.m. Makes rolls and bread, pies, cakes, and so forth.
Yeah.
Works all night until 8 a.m. Want to take a look over here, Captain?
Yeah.
Boss usually doesn't get in to open up the safe until after 8 in the morning. Place open for business at 6:30. So it's been the custom to leave about $100 in coins and small bills locked in this drawer here. The early cashier has the key to the drawer and uses the money for change till the boss gets in.
Really hacked away on the drawer, huh?
Yes, sir. Apparently with that meat cleaver there. Must have taken a good 10 minutes to get it open.
No sign of the gun around?
No, sir. Must have taken it out with him.
He or they?
Yes, sir. He or they. The detectives are talking to the fellow that found him and rang in. That fellow over there, Emil Lindvik. He's a fry cook. He's doing here 5:15.
All right, let's go over there.
Yes, sir.
You don't need all these men around here, Sergeant. You better get some of them back on the job.
Yes, sir.
was sick or something. Fainted.
That's what I thought.
Hello, Captain.
The tally?
Captain?
Marty?
This is Emil Lindvik, Captain. He found the body. He's a fry cook here. I come in, and there you are. Right in the middle of the floor. You haven't used your key to get in, I know. Oh, yeah. Just like every morning. I had to use my key. The door wasn't standing open. It was locked. I had to use my key.
You always work here alone at night?
Oh, yeah. We baked all night so we'd have fresh rolls and bread and cake for the trade the next day. You see, we got a sign out in the dining room. All baking done on the premises. He did it, starting.
Did he always work alone?
Oh, yeah. All along.
And you're always the first employee in the morning?
I'm the fry cook. I got to get things heated up, the deep fat fryers for the breakfast rush. You know, French fried potatoes, etc.
Mm-hmm. Was the baker always alone here from the time the restaurant closed at 1 a.m. until you came to work?
Oh, yeah. He worked alone.
Tell me, did you ever see anyone in here with him? Or did he ever tell you he had friends in during the night?
Well, yeah, once in a while.
Once in a while, what?
Once in a while he had company. He didn't come into work until midnight, like I said, and once in a while, if he had a date, he'd bring her in the kitchen and he'd work and she'd keep him company.
Did you ever see a woman in here with him?
Oh, yeah. Once in a while.
Always the same woman?
Yeah. He went with her. Did you know her name?
No, that's that.
Look, she's a married woman. She's got a husband. I don't like to get her involved.
She's involved whether she wants to be or not, don't you think?
Yeah, yes, she is.
What's her name?
Edna.
Edna what?
Edna, I don't know. There's Lieutenant King. I was told Edna about, but I don't remember.
Hello, Captain. Matt?
Boy, Lieutenant?
Lieutenant, this is Emil Lindvik. He found the body. Lieutenant King, commanding officer of the 21st Detective Squad.
How do you do, Lindvik? What's it look like? A drawer where about $100 was kept was broken up, Lieutenant. Robbery, maybe, but any of this says that the victim never opened the door for anyone he didn't know, isn't that right? Oh, yeah. I forgot my key one morning. I had a time convincing him it was me before he'd opened the door. No sign of forcible entry? No. He's a nice guy. A very nice guy. What a baker. His vanishes couldn't be beat. They just couldn't be beat.
Within a few minutes, detectives of the Manhattan East Homicide Squad arrived to aid the 21st Squad in the investigation. A deputy medical examiner and a representative of the New York County District Attorney's Office were on the scene shortly afterwards. As the ranking officer of the Detective Division present, Lieutenant King dictated to a stenographer from the Homicide Squad a detailed description of the surrounding conditions and the position, appearance, and condition of the body. Meanwhile, the Homicide Squad photographer took pictures of the premises and of the body from every possible angle. The deputy medical examiner then made a preliminary examination of the body and ordered its removal to the Bellevue morgue. The first officer on the scene, in response to the original call, Patrolman Ernest Edelman, placed a UF-95 identification tag on the body. He made a search of the victim's pockets and inventoried the contents in his memorandum book. Fingerprints of the victim were taken by a homicide detective and the body removed to the ambulance. The investigation was underway. Detectives of the 21st Squad and the Homicide Squad were assigned to various tasks in this connection. Detectives Vitale and Howard, for instance, made a call at an apartment building on West 101st Street, an address found in the victim's wallet.
Somebody's coming. Yeah.
It's about time.
This is Edna Heppel?
Yes, that's right. You have to excuse me. I thought you were somebody else. I thought you were my husband. What is it?
We're detectives.
All right. Well, you got him. Every time you turn around, he'd wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, he's in some jail. So he's getting into some kind of trouble.
Can we come in?
Sure, come ahead. I'm used to it. I don't mind the house. I haven't had a chance to straighten up yet.
That's okay. I'm Detective Howard. This is Detective Vitale.
How you do?
Apple.
Well, what'd you do now? He was down in Jersey, Trenton. Wrote me to be home last night, 10:30 the latest. He show up? I asked him, did he show up? He did not. Never seen a man like him. It's a wonder I've stuck with him this long. I've been wanting to leave him, but I stuck like a fool. What's he in for now?
We don't have your husband, Miss Apple.
You don't?
No, we don't.
Well, what do you want then?
Do you know a man named Eugene Francis Tarpon?
Oh, sure, June. I know June. He in trouble? What'd he do? He's never been in trouble before.
He's dead.
Dead?
He was shot.
Mind if I sit down?
No, no matter.
Who did it?
That's what we're trying to find out. How long have you known him?
I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months, something like that. I was thinking of marrying him.
You're married already, aren't you?
Married? You don't call this married, do you? Works out of town all the time, never sends me any money, hardly. Chooses me to run around with this man and that one.
How often did you see Eugene Tarpon?
Oh, 2, 3 times a week, I don't know. I was going to get a divorce and we were going to get married. At least we were thinking about getting married.
Did your husband know Tarpon?
Yeah, sure, he knew He didn't like him, though.
Why not?
Well, on account of me, I guess. On account of I was interested in you. He didn't like him at all.
Where is your husband now?
Look, don't ask me where he is now. I don't know. That was due 5 days ago, and here I am with hardly a nickel in the house, and he hasn't showed up. He got off this construction job near Trenton last night. He's supposed to be home. I thought you were him at the door. Listen, you don't think he killed June, do you?
What do you think?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I didn't ask you what you know. I asked you what you think.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him, I'll say that. Poor June. Such a nice guy. Really a nice guy.
Yes, so we understand.
Guess it always happens to nice guys, huh?
I guess.
Couldn't happen to a bum like that husband of mine. It's got to happen to a nice guy like you. Well, that's life for you.
In addition to assigning detectives to run down what leads existed, Lieutenant King and members of the 21st Squad and the Homicide Squad remained at the restaurant to question employees as they came to work and to talk to the proprietor of the place. I stayed there myself until 20 minutes after 8 when sector car number 1 came by to take me to police headquarters, 240 Center Street, for the scheduled meeting of all borough, division, and precinct commanders in the lineup room. The meeting, called by the new police commissioner to explain his policy in regard to the enforcement of laws relating to gambling and public morals, lasted until 11:15 a.m. At that time, I returned to the 21st in order to change into civilian clothes and finally go off duty. Hello, Sergeant. Captain. Oh, what's doing?
Oh, it's quiet, tour. There's a lot of calls from the press on that homicide I saw. A couple of messages for you. Nothing looks important.
I'll sign the blotter, please.
Yes, sir.
Take the call.
21st Precinct, Sergeant Burns. All right, 19. You're good a meal now.
All right, Sergeant.
Lieutenant King?
Yes, sir? I just want to see the captain.
Oh.
Matt, you all through up there? Yes, sir.
Here are your messages, Captain.
Oh, thanks. What's it look like, man?
Yeah, looks like robbery, Captain. Money missing out of the drawer.
Mm-hmm.
There's another angle, too. This Baker Tarpon was going with a married woman. The husband was supposed to be home last night and didn't show. We want to talk to him.
Is the husband that kind of guy?
I don't know. Any husband can be that kind of guy.
Then you think robbery's out?
No, not necessarily. The money was taken. I had a long talk with the owner of the restaurant. This Tarpon was pretty cautious when he was working there alone. He wouldn't open up that door unless he was sure of the person that wanted in.
Mm-hmm.
If it was robbery, I figured it had to be someone Tarpon knew and someone who knew where that change was kept. Former employee, maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
The proprietor told me about a kitchen helper he fired last week. He came in drunk and nasty a couple of times and let him go.
Did Tarpon know him? Yeah, he knew him. Got a couple of men out there tracing the boy. His name is Julio Fernando Organza. Moved from his last address a week ago. People there said they thought he went to Bridgeport, Connecticut to work.
Well, and it doesn't look so good,
Nothing. At the moment, I like the burnt-up husband angle a little better.
Yeah, it does look a little better.
21st Precinct, Sergeant
Got Howard and Vitale over there planted, waiting for him to show up at home.
Oh, yes, he's here. Captain Kennelly.
Yeah.
Dr. Rustall, the principal of PS 88, is calling in for you.
Oh, all right. I'll take it in my office. Well, I'm interested to know how it comes out, man.
So am I, Captain. Well, I've got to get upstairs.
All right, I'll see you. 21st Precinct, Captain Kennelly. Yes, Dr. Rustall. Oh. Oh, well, I was supposed to go off duty at 8 this morning, but we had a homicide break. Yeah. I see. Well, I'll be back on the job at 8 tomorrow morning. Will you keep until then? Uh-huh. Well, all right. I'll stay around and meet you here. 1:30? All right. Goodbye, Mr. Rustall. I had more than 2 hours to wait before the visit from Dr. Rustall, the principal of Public School 88, on what he said was an urgent matter. In the meantime, Detectives Vitale and Howard maintained their plant at the apartment of Mr. and Mrs. Phil Heppel, waiting for him to return. The woman of the house, Miss Edna Heppel, was in the kitchen. Detective Howard watched out the front window down onto the sidewalk as Vitale sat on the studio couch.
What do you see down there, Whitey?
Nothing.
Hey, you know what?
No, what?
I went to the candy store to ring in Lieutenant King. I called my wife.
Huh?
And I told her I got stuck. We had a homicide and I wouldn't be home.
Oh, what'd she say?
She said bring home the evening papers so she could read about it. I said, honey, I'll tell you all about it. No, she wants to read it in the paper. There's something I don't think she trusts me.
Where do you think you're going to go at 8 o'clock in the morning?
It beats me.
Well, I don't know where he is. See what I told you about him being unreliable?
Yeah, we see.
No getting your lunchtime?
Is it?
All I got I can whip up is a can of soup and some saltines.
Oh, we're not hungry, Miss Pebble.
Well, I'm getting hungry. You don't mind if I fix them for myself?
No, not at all.
Chris, man with a suitcase getting out of a cab.
Is that your husband, Miss Pebble?
Yeah, that's him, that's Phil.
All right, away from the window.
Imagine. I got a can of soup and a few saltines in the house, and he takes taxi cab. See what I mean?
Miss Pebble, my partner is going up on the next landing out in the hall.
What for?
Go ahead, Whitey.
All right. Up here.
What's the idea?
I want to wait in the kitchen. You answer the door, all right?
Yeah, all right, but I don't get the production.
I want you to break the news to him about Jean.
Jim been dead yet?
That's the idea, but don't tell him we're here.
I didn't?
They'll know soon enough. All right?
All right with me, I like it. I guess that's him.
Go ahead. Oh, don't close it. But that's good.
Okay. All right.
Hi.
Look what the wind blew in.
So all you got to say to me, Edna? Look at the wind blew in?
I got plenty more to say to you.
What?
What? As if you didn't know.
Well, tell me.
Sure, I'm just itching to. Gene Toppin got killed.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Who killed him?
Well, a couple of cops were here and told me about it, and they got a sneaky suspicion you did.
Well, they're out of their minds. I was in Trenton. I just got off the
I'll
train.
bet.
Look, if I was going to kill somebody, you don't think I'd kill him over you, do you?
You told him to stay away from me. You told him to stay away from me or you'd kill
Now,
him.
you forget you ever heard that.
I'll forget nothing.
You didn't say anything to the cops about
What
it.
if I did?
If you did, I'll break every bone in your body. That's what I swear. I'll break every bone in your body.
Oh, fine husband I got. You don't go home when he's supposed to. If he does, he brings me nothing but a load of dirty laundry. Now he's going to break every bone in my
Now, you're
body.
asking for it, Edna. You're asking for it right between the
Yeah,
eyes.
you go ahead, boys.
I don't need much encouragement. Who are you? Police officer. You just stay right where you are. What's the idea?
You'll find out what the idea is.
Okay, Whitey. Right here. All right, hold still. What are you looking for? I got nothing. Take a look in the bag, will you, Whitey? Yeah. Listen, if you think I had something to do with that baker getting killed, you're out of your mind. I got off the job in Trenton late last night. I took the train in this morning. I just got here 15, 20 minutes ago. That's where I was. Isn't that right, isn't it?
That's where you said you were.
You and Carlton didn't get along so well, did you? Listen, I was out of town breaking my back on a job. He was chasing after my wife. Would you get along with a guy like that?
He wasn't chasing after me. I was chasing after
You
him.
stay out of this.
I think you better stay out of it, Mrs. Heppel. Just sit down right there.
He's a liar. Born liar.
Nothing in the bag, Chris.
Even if he wanted to tell the truth, he wouldn't know
What
how.
are you trying to do to me? You better just sit down there, Mrs. Heppel, and listen.
What'd you do in Trenton?
Well, it wasn't exactly in Trenton. It was outside of Trenton on a road job. I ran a bulldozer.
For who?
For the state of New Jersey on a road job.
You got finished up last night?
That's right, last night. I got finished up and paid off.
Where'd you spend the night?
Down there in Trenton.
It's the rooming house where I stayed. The name of the rooming house.
It's got no name. Done by Mrs. Wymark. Mrs. Wallace Wymark. You can call her.
Stayed there last night, took the train this morning. Is that right?
Told you it was right.
Have you ever been arrested before, Phil?
What do you mean before? Arrested now?
Were you ever arrested?
Yeah, I was arrested.
He was arrested, but big.
Keep your mouth shut. Ever do any big time? Yeah, I did some big time.
Where?
Sing Sing.
For what? Felonious assault. I got into a fight with a guy. What'd you get out of it?
I did 22 months.
Must come close to killing.
It was touch and go.
Phil, this time it looks like you made it.
Maybe I had. Let's go. It was 1:45 when I finished with Dr. Rusthall, the principal of PS 88. As soon as he left my office, I went upstairs to the 21st Detective Squad. The suspect in the homicide case, Phil Heppel, was sitting next to a desk where Detective Howard was taking his pedigree. Detective Vitale was on the telephone on the other side of the room.
And what year was that? 1945.
Oh, excuse me, Whitey.
Oh, yes, sir, Captain.
Is Lieutenant King in his office?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Was it an honorable discharge?
Yeah, it was an honorable discharge. What made you think it wasn't? Captain Kennelly. Hello, Matt. Look, I know you're up to your neck. I'm sorry to bother you.
No, that's all right. I'm just waiting for the thing to wrap up while we're checking on his Trenton story. I got Bender and DeLuca out tracing the dishwasher, so he looks better.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, Captain?
Well, Dr. Rusthall, the principal of PS 88, was just in here. He's got 3 boys over there who've been flashing a lot of money around the school today and yesterday. He says he thinks there's only one way they could have gotten hold of it.
Yes, sir.
Pretty bad actors, he says, and he thinks we ought to take a look into it. I asked him to come up here with me, but he had to get back. I told him you'd send a man around to talk to him, okay?
Yeah, sure, Captain. I'll send someone over this afternoon.
Yeah.
Tell me, Lieutenant.
Come in, Chris.
Trenton just called back.
Yeah?
Hello, Captain. Chris? They checked out that road project and rooming house both.
Uh-huh.
Heppel didn't stay at the rooming house last night. He was fired off the road job on Monday. Didn't work yesterday as he said he did.
Oh. Well, looks like that wraps it up. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Tell Whitey to bring him in here again.
Yes.
Whitey? Yeah.
Lieutenant wants you to bring him in here.
Okay.
He was at the rooming house night before last, they said, but not last night.
I got an idea where he was last night. So have I, Captain. All right, go on in, sir. Come on over here and sit down.
Where?
Right there. Shut the door, Whitey.
Yes, sir.
All right, Phil, what do you say we stop wasting time?
I'm willing.
By your own admission, you didn't like Tarpon. He was running after your wife.
Listen, if he'd asked me, I'd have given it to him.
You killed him, you know it.
I was in Trenton.
You were, huh? Let's get this straight. You worked until yesterday afternoon. You slept in that rooming house last night. Took a train from Trenton this morning, went right from Penn Station to your house.
That's what I told you.
You've been telling us nothing but lies. You were in New York. You went to that restaurant, knocked on the door, Tarpon knew you, and let you in. You got in there, you shot him. Broke open that drawer to make it look good.
That's not so. I'll get it, Lieutenant. I was in Trenton. 21st Squad.
Went to get it settled about your wife, and you shot him.
Bender on the outside line for you, Lieutenant.
All right, thanks. 21st Squad, Lieutenant King. Yes, then. Yes. What? Oh, he did, huh? All right. Yeah. You coming in with him? Okay, good. Why are you lying to us, Phil?
I'm not lying, and I didn't kill him.
No, you didn't kill him. That was one of my detectives on the phone. They got the man who did.
Mm-hmm. Who was that? The dishwasher?
Yes, sir, Ganza. We found him in a flat on 124th Street. He had the gun there and the money he took. He admits to killing.
Yeah, you see, I told you.
Well, how do you like that?
I told you I didn't do it. I told you. How many times did I have to tell you?
Why'd you have to lie about where you were? This is no spot to lie if you want to get straightened out. You were in New York. You should have said so.
I wasn't in New York. I was in Trenton.
In jail.
Oh? I got a little drunk the day before yesterday. I got in a fight with a guy and I wound up in a can. I didn't want to say anything about it because I still owe a little time from that bid I did. Get me in jail down there to get my parole revoked. You're not going to say anything about that, are you?
If I do, you'll hear about it from your parole officer.
Okay. Can I go?
A little while. Go out there and sit on the bench for now.
Okay.
Leave it open.
Yeah. All right, Whitey. You can sit there.
Captain, you ever see anything that looks so good, blow so high, so fast?
No, but one killer is as good as another, isn't he?
Yes.
You want me for anything else, Lieutenant? I'm carrying a pocket full of squeals.
Yeah, Chris, take a ride over to PS 88 and talk to the principal. He's got 3 boys he's kind of worried about.
Yes, sir, right away. Come on, Captain.
Chris? Kitchen worker. I had it pegged the other way, Captain. I had it pegged on the husband for sure.
Did you?
Yes. What I get for trying to cherchez la femme when I should have been cherching the dishwasher.
21st Precinct, Sergeant Waters. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is the police department. So your place. Well, who? What's his name? Do you know him? At what party? Or did you see him take it? Yeah?
And so it goes, around the clock, through the week, every day, every year. A police precinct in the city of New York is a flesh and blood merry-go-round. Anyone can catch the brass ring, or the brass ring can catch anyone.
21st Precinct, a factual account of the way the police work in the world's largest city, is presented with the official cooperation of the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association, an organization of more than 20,000 members of the Police Department, City of New York. Everett Sloan in the role of Captain Kennelly, Ken Lynch as Lieutenant King. Featured in tonight's cast were Elspeth Eric, Wendell Holmes, Santos Ortega, Harold Stone, Ross Martin, Bill Quinn, and Mandel Kramer. Written and directed by Stanley Niss. Produced for CBS Radio by John Ives. Art Hanna speaking.
"21st Precinct, Sergeant Collins." "Yes, ma'am, this is the police department." "Stole your purse?" "Well, who?" "What's his name?" "Do you know him?"
You're in the muster room at the 21st Precinct, the nerve center. A call is coming through. You will follow by transcription the action taken pursuant to that call from this minute until the final report is written in the 124 room at the 21st Precinct.
All right, I'll tell you what. You're right around the corner. Why don't you just walk into the station house? You can tell us all about it. That's right. You come in here.
21st Precinct. It's just lines on the map of the city of New York. Most of the 173,000 people wedged into the 9/10 of a square mile between Fifth Avenue and the East River wouldn't know if you asked them if they lived or worked in the 21st. Whether they know it or not, the security of their homes, their persons, and their property is the job of the men of the 21st Precinct.
The 21st, 160 patrolmen, 11 sergeants, and 4 lieutenants, of whom I'm the boss. My name is Kennelly, Frank Kennelly. I'm captain in command of the 21st. It was 8:20 a.m. I had just turned out the platoon for the day tour and was in my office changing from my uniform, about to go off duty after having been on the job since 4 the previous afternoon. Come in.
I'd like to see you a minute, Captain.
Oh, come in, man. Well, what have you got?
I don't know, really, Captain. Maybe just an idea.
Yeah?
You lent a girl 50 cents to get home last night?
That's right.
I saw the US 61 this morning.
Yeah, that's right. I had them take a complaint from her. She didn't know whether the man intended to steal her purse or whether she left it in his car by mistake. What about it?
Well, from the way she described the car and the man, I think he's wanted for homicide and robbery in Philadelphia. He and the fellow he's with.
Oh?
Just happened to see a wanted flyer yesterday. Everything fits like a glove.
Well, her name and address is in the UF 61. You can send out and talk to her.
I'm going to, Captain. Right away.
While I finished changing, Lieutenant Matt King, the detective commander, used my telephone to call upstairs to the 21st Squad. He instructed Detectives Louis DeLuca and Ralph Scanlon to come to my office immediately. We went into the lieutenant's room and found that Lieutenant Harry L. Snyder, the desk officer during the 12 to 8 tour, had not yet left the house. In my office, the detectives got such additional information as Lieutenant Snyder, who also had spoken to the girl, and I possessed. Then, as I left the station house, the two detectives started to drive to Brooklyn to seek her out. A half hour later, they parked their car on a busy street in the Borough Hall section and walked toward the entrance to a beauty parlor. It had started to rain.
Every time I come to Brooklyn, it pours.
That's because you're a Giant fan. They look a little bit busy.
And this is where all the husband's money goes.
Come over here, sir.
That looks like the boss.
What do you want? Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. Does a Miss Grace Burgess work here?
Why, yes, she does, but she's not allowed callers during working hours. None of my operators are allowed callers during working hours. I make that a strict rule.
We'd like to see her. We're police officers.
Police officers. Oh, what's she done?
Well, she hasn't done anything. We just want to talk to her.
Well, if you want to talk to her, she must have done something.
We just want to talk to her.
Do you really have to?
Yes.
Well, all right. Oh, I'll tell you what. You can talk to her in my office. It's right over there. Now, please don't make any scene and disturb any of my customers. I have a high-class clientele.
There won't be any trouble.
Well, I'll bring her right away.
You think we were poisoned?
Let's go in and wait, huh?
This must be a nice business.
Yeah, for the boss, I guess. I don't think the girls make too much.
Some do all right with tips, I hear.
You think this is going to amount to anything? Pretty thin.
Well, you can't tell. It might be the right guy.
Well, we'll see fast enough, I guess.
Here she is. Go in, Grace.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now, don't keep her too long. Her book is full of appointments, and I'll have to take Mrs. Terry myself.
No, we won't keep her long.
Oh, do you want me to stay as a witness? I mean...
No, thank you. That won't be necessary.
Well, all right, if you say so.
We're sorry to disturb you at work, Miss Burgess, but this may be important.
It's important. I guess it's all right.
I'm Detective Ralph Scanlon. This is Louis DeLuca.
How you do?
We're from the 21st Squad in Manhattan.
Oh, is it about what happened when I was there last night?
In a way, yes.
You see, that didn't seem very important. It's not important enough to bring you all the way over to Brooklyn.
Well, it might have a connection with something important.
See?
You reported your purse was stolen last night. Now, would you mind telling us exactly how it happened?
Well, I didn't say it was stolen exactly. I distinctly told the captain it might have been a mistake.
Yeah, we know.
Have you got a cigarette? She doesn't let us carry them in our uniform pockets.
Yes, sure.
Like I told the captain. Thanks. I was in this bar last night by myself.
Where?
In Brooklyn, on Notion Avenue. Miss Stella and I, he was alone, too. We started a little conversation.
He told you his name was Carl.
That's right, Carl. Carl Board. Well, we got to talking, and one thing led to another, and he asked me if I'd like to go to a party with a whole lot of people. Well, he seemed like a nice enough boy, and I didn't have anything to do, so I said yes. Well, the party turned out to be in New York.
Well, didn't that make any difference?
Well, I didn't find out about it till we were on our way. It was a pretty night, and I didn't mind the ride. Anyway, we got to the party, and there were lots of people. Everybody's having a good time.
Do you remember where the party was? Where in New York?
Well, I don't know the street names or anything. I don't know much about New York. Up around there on the east side someplace. So there were all these people, and we started to have a good time dancing and drinking. They're wonderful food, you know that? Real fancy stuff. They imported, and they had champagne.
The report said you left early.
It wasn't really early, I guess, but it was first. I was having a good time like everybody else, and then this other fellow, this Bob or Rob or something. It was his apartment, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he started to get frisked. He wouldn't let me alone, so I said to Carl, come on, take me home. Well, Carl wanted me to stay and so forth, and anyway, I finally talked him into going. Well, we got in his car, but as soon as we left the house, he tried to talk me into going back. Finally, I said I didn't want to. So he stopped the car, and he practically kicked me out. Well, my purse was on the front seat. There was $14 and some change in it. I don't think he meant to steal it.
How did you get to the police station?
Well, I didn't have a cent to my name, and I was mad and wondering what to do, and finally I asked somebody where the police station was, and I walked over there and told him what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the captain was very nice. He got me 50 cents. I got the subway back to Brooklyn. Oh, I'd like to give you the 50 cents to pay back the captain. That was very nice of him. I was going to mail it today, but you can give it back for me, will you?
Oh, sure.
But I don't understand why you had to come all the way to Brooklyn after all it was only $14. $14 means a lot to me, but it wasn't a big crime. I don't even know if Carl meant to take it. I don't think he did.
Well, all complaints on theft come to the detectives, and we saw your complaint this morning. We've been looking a long time for two fellows like that.
Yeah, Carl Boyd?
No, this is Carl Brighter, but he answers the description you gave, and he drives the same kind of car.
With the green body and the black top?
Yeah, that's right.
Is this a picture of him?
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. Gee, he's a criminal? I didn't know it, honest.
No way you could have known.
Show the other picture, Ron.
Yeah.
Nice looking boy.
You recognize this one?
That's the one that tried to get rough with me. That robbed or Bob or something. With his apartment we were at.
His name is Rick Nayland.
Gee. Almost got mixed up with some crowd, didn't I? What'd they do? What are they?
The two of them are wanted in Philadelphia. They stuck up a payroll messenger, shot and killed him.
Gee.
Now, you think you could remember where that building was?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I told you, I don't know New York very well.
Would you try to help us?
Sure, if you want to. Now?
If you can.
He'll be awful sore.
Well, we'll see if we can fix it with it.
All right, you can fix it. I don't know. Look at the trouble a girl can almost get in. All I want was to have a good time. Gets to be a fine. How do? You make a date with a boy, you have to ask him for his fingerprints.
You are listening to 21st Precinct, a factual account of the way police work in the world's largest city. Back to 21st Precinct and Captain Frank Kennelly.
The two detectives telephoned to their commanding officer, Lieutenant Matt King, and passed on the information they had obtained from the beauty operator, Grace Burgess. They were instructed to bring the girl to New York and make a search for the apartment house where she had attended the party the previous night. They did this, and 3 hours later, at 1 p.m., they parked their car in front of the station house, walked through the muster room, and up the stairs to the 21st squad.
All right, let's wait right here, Miss Burgess.
What happens now? I'd like to know that much.
21st squad.
We still want to see if we can find that apartment house.
Oh, he's
We tried, didn't we? I don't know what more good I can do.
Oh, the lieutenant wants to talk to you.
Oh,
You want to see if he's busy, Lud?
Yeah.
listen,
What?
I'm hungry. Don't you think we're entitled to lunch?
Oh, we'll get you lunch. Whitey, lieutenant tied up?
No, he's all alone in there.
Thanks. DeLuca, Lieutenant. Yes, sir. We've got that Grace Burgess here.
Did she locate the building for you?
She hasn't any idea where it is. We rode around for 2 hours.
Oh, bring her in here.
Yes, sir. Scanlon?
Yeah?
Okay. She's not much help at all.
Right in there, Miss Burgess.
Yeah.
Come in, Miss Burgess.
Thank you very much.
Close the door, Scanlon.
Yes, sir.
Now, everybody move to one.
This is Lieutenant King, Miss Grace Burgess.
Hello.
I'm sure.
Sit down, please.
Oh, thanks.
I understand you weren't able to locate the house, Miss Burgess.
It's too bad.
Well, I tried. Did you see I didn't try?
She tried, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. We rode every street between 57th and 79th and 5th Avenue of the River.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
It's not my fault. I told you I don't know New York.
Did you locate the spot where she got out of the car?
Well, we're only guessing about that, Lieutenant. She doesn't remember which way she walked to get to the station
How could
house.
I remember?
But you didn't ride very long from the apartment house before you did get out.
No, it was only 3 or 4 blocks, maybe 5. Listen, I'm getting very hungry. This is as bad as being with those crooks. At least they fed me. They had plenty to eat.
All right, we'll go out and get something to eat.
And plenty to drink. Champagne, all kinds of fancy liquor, delicacies from all over the continent.
Well, we don't do quite as well as Steve's, Miss Burgess, but there's a nice spaghetti joint around the corner. That's where we're going if you want to come with us.
Sure. All right. Now?
Miss Burgess, what kind of fancy liquors do they have there? Besides the champagne, I mean.
Well, whiskey. There's Scotch whiskey from Scotland and something from Sweden or someplace. Somebody said it could really knock you for a loop, so I didn't try any.
Aquavit?
Yeah, aquavit. That's all this Rob or Bob drank. He said he didn't drink anything else ever. They're just bottles of it. What have they got besides spaghetti in this place? Anything good?
Anything you want?
Well, that's nice. I had spaghetti last night. Think they might have a steak?
They might.
Well, I'm ready.
You have a nice lunch, Miss Burgess. And they'll take you back out to try to find that house.
Do we have to?
I think it'd be a good idea.
The process of investigation is slow, painstaking, and often fruitless. Detectives must often rely upon others who have neither an appreciation nor an understanding of the importance of the information being sought. But fortunately for the police, most citizens are willing to give all the time and effort they can spare, whether or not they grasp the implications. In this case, Detectives Scanlon and DeLuca took the witness to lunch and then returned to the car. The weather had cleared some, and they slowly cruised the streets of the precinct. Across 62nd to the river, back on 63rd to 5th Avenue, 64th, 65th, and on at town.
No, it's not on this block either. At least I don't think so.
Ralph, what do you say we go back to the spot where he put her out of the car?
Yeah, okay.
I'm not even sure that's where he did that.
I thought you decided it was.
Yeah, but now I remember I walked a couple of blocks before he saw that furniture store.
Which way, uptown or downtown?
Which way is uptown?
I guess it don't make any difference.
You don't have to get sorry. Came all the way from Brooklyn to try to help you out.
No, we're not sorry.
I'm trying. You can't say I'm not trying.
Oh, we can't.
After all, I don't know New York, and it was dark then. I wasn't paying much attention where we were going. You can't expect me to pick out a house I've never been to on a street I've never been to after all.
Hey, you want to try it again, Grace?
It's okay with me?
Now, look, when you left the house, can't you recall how many blocks you drove before you turned left, like you said?
No, I can't, really. Did I say we turned left?
Yeah.
Do you remember the kind of building it was? Was it brick, brownstone, what?
I wasn't paying any attention.
Was there a street or was it a street-level entrance?
I didn't notice. I could tell you all about the inside of the apartment. The living room was nice. And there was this lovely kitchen where they had the food and everything. All the bottles of champagne and the aquavit, what do you call it?
Well, there's no sense worrying about the inside until we find the outside.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't remember. It's the first time I had champagne, you know. Maybe that's why I don't remember so well.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Are you insinuating?
No, just speculating.
Oh, that's different.
Does this block look familiar to you, Grace?
No, not a bit familiar.
Well, what do you say we take a turn up Lexington, Lund?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, if I didn't know New York before, I'm sure going to know it now, don't you think?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised at that either.
The search for the apartment house continued all that afternoon and into the night. The detectives had no luck. In the meantime, Lieutenant King had taken other investigatory steps in an attempt to locate the two fugitives from Philadelphia who were thought to be someplace in the precinct. His immediate superior, Captain Robert Fleischer, detailed 4 detectives from the 6th Detective District to assist in the hunt. 2 additional men from the Manhattan East Homicide Squad were sent to lend a hand. At the turnout of the platoons for the night tour at 4 p.m. and the late tour at midnight, the uniformed officers of the 21st were given descriptions of the fugitives and shown their photographs. If they were holed up in the precinct and showed their faces on the street, it was more than possible that any one of the 150 men who patrolled every inch of the streets might spot them. At 7:45 the next morning, I came into the muster room to report for duty for my day tour. I walked around behind the desk where Lieutenant Pope was on duty as desk officer and signed the blotter. Then I passed the telephone switchboard where Sergeant Collins was on the job.
Good morning, Captain.
Sergeant?
There's a few messages on your desk.
Oh, good. Listen.
Excuse me, Captain.
Yeah, go ahead.
21st Precinct, Sergeant Collins. Yeah? All right. Yes, sir, we'll take care of it. Park Avenue and 68, yes, sir. Thank you. Dead dog in the street, Park Avenue and 68, Captain. Yes, sir?
Any trace of those 2 Philadelphia fugitives?
There must not be. Lieutenant King asked us to keep giving the descriptions to the men.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll be in my office.
Yes, sir. Captain,
Morning, Matt.
You talked to the man about those 2 fugitives this morning,
Yes, man, sure. How are you doing with them?
Yeah, not too good. The girl identifies the pictures of both of them. She's sure about them.
Go ahead.
But that's the only thing she is sure about. Had her out riding almost all day yesterday. She couldn't locate the building. She had no idea where it is.
Mm-hmm. What else have you got working on it?
Well, she may not be able to locate the house they're in, but we're pretty sure it's in the precinct.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling us about the party there. Champagne, all kinds of fancy food and liquor.
Seems that one of them, this Rick Nayland, has a taste for that Swedish liquor, aquavit.
Yeah?
He had several bottles of it there, she said. Well, we know they were in Philadelphia before they got into the deal. They came to New York in a hurry. They certainly didn't carry that liquor with them. Must have bought it here.
Aquavit. That stuff's not too common.
No, sir. Well, I figured a liquor store might carry a bottle or two of it, but if somebody wants to order a case or more, they'd have to get it special.
That's good, Matt. Might amount to something.
Better, Captain. So we've got...
In another few minutes, I turned out the platoon for the day tour. The men were given detailed descriptions of the Philadelphia fugitives and marched out of the station house to take over their posts. I went into my office and started on the paperwork, the signing of reports and reading of communications. As soon as the licensed package stores began to open for the day's business, detectives assigned to the job resumed their canvass. In teams of two, they worked all day. No luck. Finally, at 5 p.m., Detectives Scanlon and DeLuca walked into a package store on 3rd Avenue near 73rd.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Would you like to look over our specials?
Have you got a...
I'm sorry. This other gentleman was first.
Where to get him?
Oh.
We're police officers. I'm Detective DeLuca. This is Detective Scanlon.
What can I do for you?
We're just checking up. We're looking for a fellow who might have bought a lot of aquavit, a case maybe. You sell a lot of this stuff?
No. It could sit on the shelf for months. This is not an aquavit drinking country.
Have you sold any recently?
Me?
Yeah.
A bottle here, a bottle there.
I mean by the case.
To that fellow you're looking for?
Yeah.
No. Well, wait a minute. Just because I didn't sell it don't mean it hasn't been sold. The boss could have sold it.
Is he in?
No, I'm just here alone right now. Tomorrow morning he'll be in. He's out playing golf. He's a great golf enthusiast.
What time will he be in?
Well, you don't have to be in. If somebody wanted a case of aquavit, we wouldn't have it in stock. Not in this store. We'd have to order it in from the distributor, so the customer would leave his order and we'd write it down in this book. When the merchandise came in, we'd phone him to come get it.
Well, can you look?
That's what I'm fixing to do. You'll just have the patience.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, would it have been this week?
Probably.
Oh, yes. Aquavit. Yo, one case. Helgerson's. Good brand. Imported.
Let's see.
One case at $69.25. The stuff ain't cheap.
What name did he give? Let's see.
Robert, Newfield.
Well, that could be Nayland. The initials tie up.
Yeah, Eldorado 58098 there. Don't you take an address?
Why? They order the stuff. When it comes in, we call them on a telephone. They come and get it.
When was this ordered?
Well, the order went in on Tuesday. It says it arrived here Wednesday afternoon. They came and picked it up. That's what it says.
Who sold them?
That looks like the boss is writing. He won't be here until tomorrow.
Where can we get in touch with him?
Well, about the 16th hole, I think.
Well, we can check out the telephone numbers and get the address that way.
Yeah, let's hope there isn't another aquavit drinker around here.
There ain't many. Take my word for it. That stuff gathers dust on the shelves. It's a long time between aquavit customers. They're scarce.
Are they? We're going to make them even scarcer. This information was telephoned immediately to Lieutenant King. The telephone number, Eldorado 58098, was checked out. The address listed turned out to be a brownstone house converted into apartments on 74th Street near 2nd Avenue. A plant was put on the building. In order to avoid observation, the superintendent of the building was called on the telephone and asked to meet Lieutenant King in a drugstore on the corner. He was taken to the lieutenant's car and questioned concerning the fugitives. He said that an apartment, 2B, had been subleased furnished to a Robert Newfield just 10 days earlier by a tenant who would be out of town for 3 months. In the 10 days, he had seen Robert Newfield only once. The superintendent was shown the photograph of the killer, Richard Nayland. Although he said he thought it resembled the new occupant of the apartment, Robert Newfield, he would not make a positive identification. He was shown the picture of the other fugitive, Carl Brider. The superintendent could not remember ever having seen him. At 5:30 p.m., Lieutenant King sent Detective DeLuca to Brooklyn to get the girl, Grace Burgess, and bring her to the 21st Squad. Then, with them, he rode to the 74th Street address.
I hope this isn't another wild goose chase.
Well, believe me, you don't hope so any more than we do.
I had the steak tonight. I gave the boy some silly excuse when I broke it. Probably thought I was lying.
Well, we'll give you a letter.
Will you?
All right, slow down, lad. Yes, sir. Third house from the corner, Grace.
The brownstone?
That's right.
Yeah, I have no reason to remember.
That's where you were to the party, wasn't it?
It's late at night. Listen, is that door red? The front door of the house, I mean?
Yes, it's painted red.
Well, I do remember the building had a red front door. A remark at the time to call. What a nice front door, I said.
When you went in, how many flights of stairs did you go up?
Well, just inside and up one flight, if my memory serves me.
Was the apartment toward the back or toward the street?
Uh-huh.
Or which?
Honest to goodness, I expect you to remember. I can't remember every little thing. Oh! You know what?
What?
I do remember something. When we were going in, there was a lady coming out, and she had the nicest little French poodle you ever saw. Little bitty thing. Just as big. Very little dog. I remarked to Carl at the time. I never saw a cuter dog.
What color was the dog?
Black, I think? Yeah, black.
All right, lad, let's go back. Yes, sir.
Sorry, if I can't say definitely, I can't say definitely.
You've been a lot of help, Miss Burgess.
Have I?
A lot of help. Yes.
After Lieutenant King returned to the precinct, he sent Detective DeLuca back to 74th Street to talk once more to the superintendent of the building. The super confirmed that there was a tenant who owned a dog exactly as described by Grace Burgess. The plant was maintained on the building. Neither of the suspects was seen to enter or leave. There was no indication whether anyone was in the apartment being kept under surveillance. Because the fugitives were killers and both probably armed, it was decided to wait until early in the morning. In the meantime, the raid detail was organized. It consisted of 6 detectives from the 21st Squad, 2 from the 6th Detective District, and 4 patrolmen from the 21st Precinct. I stayed on the job to go along with Lieutenant King. The pass key to the apartment was obtained from the super, and at 4 a.m. all the men were given their various assignments. With Detectives DeLuca, Scanlon, and Howard, Lieutenant King and I walked toward the street entrance of the building.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Okay. Now,
What, Nat?
I wanted to get a haircut today. I forgot.
Did you?
Okay. Whitey. Yes, sir. Up to the top. Go on.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Here's the key lock. Yes, sir. Quiet. Okay, all right.
There's one on the couch. He's sleeping, Cam. Yes, sir. That's the bedroom. Come on. There he is on the bed. All right, Joe. He's out cold. Come on your feet.
Let him lay there, lad.
Yes, sir.
He's not going anyplace.
Oh. He's full of this. Aquavit.
Stay with him, lad. Captain.
Coming?
Okay, Scanlon.
Yes, sir. He's passed out cold.
Well, he's the boys, all right. It's a good collar.
Yes, sir. Sure is. Well, Matt, there'll be some departmental recognition for this. There's one commendation the commissioner shouldn't forget.
Which one is that, Captain?
Aquavit.
21st Precinct, Sergeant Collins. Who's trying to kill her? How old is the girl? 16? What is it?
And so it goes, around the clock, through the week, every day, every year. A police precinct in the city of New York is a flesh and blood merry-go-round. Anyone can catch the brass ring, or the brass ring can catch anyone.
21st Precinct transcribed a factual account of the way the police work in the world's largest city. is presented with the official cooperation of the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association, an organization of more than 20,000 members of the Police Department, City of New York. Everett Sloan in the role of Captain Kennelly, Ken Lynch as Lieutenant King. Featured in tonight's cast were Elspeth Eric, Evelyn Varden, John Sylvester, Eric Drexler, John Gibson, Joseph Julian, and Jack Orison. Written and directed by Stanley Niss. Produced for CBS Radio by John Ives. Bob Pfeiffer speaking.